Hi guys, it's Gabe and welcome back to the podcast. Today we have a pretty interesting episode, if I must say so myself, mostly because I may or may not be non-binary. Uh, what does that mean? Good question. Yeah, I'm not sure what that means yet. I think it's a bit hard for me to label myself after past experiences and what's happened to me in the past. And so that makes me a bit worried a bit, and I'm not really sure how to feel. But when it comes to wanting to put a label on myself, I would say I am non binary. But at the same time, it's a bit scary to say that. So I'm gonna stay neutral, I think, for now. Um, Even though I'm a bit nervous, and that's why. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. Last time we talked, it actually wasn't even that long ago. I talked about having us on Spotify, Amazon Music, and of course, Apple Podcasts. And I'm back again, just chatting and having fun and doing my thing. This time, I'm not on a roller coaster, as you can probably tell. I am just chilling in my apartment, talking to you, and putting my voice right into your head. It's marvelous. And so, I wanted to talk about some interesting things today. Some of the things going on in the world, like the fact that Pride in a bunch of other states is not in June, which is always intriguing to me. Like, why would you have Pride be a thing, like Pride Month be a thing, and then have your state not follow that time? It's a bit weird and trippy to me because I don't know. I think everyone should celebrate Pride in June when Pride Month is. I think that would be a bit more fair and reasonable, but I guess not. I guess people disagree with me and they're like, what do you know? And I guess I don't know anything because, I'm just a kid. So um, it's very rare that, a kid is like verbally launching out his thoughts and opinions on a podcast that's on multiple platforms. But you know what? I do it because I can. That's the fascinating part of this is I can do it. And so since I do it, I'm gonna, I'm one of those people that just thinks of something and does it. Like I've been writing some books recently. I've been writing a novel and a film, a script. I've also been writing another book that I don't want to talk about yet because I don't want to ruin the surprise when I announce it. And so I'm just taking my time writing that out. I've been spending a lot of time in Barnes and Noble writing. I like writing in Barnes and Noble for some reason. It's a bit comforting. It's a bit nerve-wracking sometimes because everybody's watching you, and when you sit in the cafe at Barnes and Noble, literally everybody that you see that has like a computer and is writing is mostly gonna end up writing at least something about the environment that they're in. So typically that involves the people around them as well. So I tend to write a lot about the people around me, and I assume that the people around me write about me too, because we're all writing a book. So, um, that said, I love writing. I think it's really fascinating and entertaining, and it really sparks joy for me. I think I like writing what I am writing now, which is um, involves a lot of my songwriting skills because I love being able to songwrite and write about different themes that happen in my life that are hard to describe in a multiple page format. I think it's a bit hard to describe one singular thing for multiple pages, so I typically just try to keep it all down to one one nice long page of straight elaborate imagery. That sounds really janky, but it's good, I think. I hope. I think another part of the podcast that people don't realize that's kind of hard is podcasting is not really for everybody. I like that I'm not a political podcaster. Like I'll tell my friends, I'll say, "Hey, I have a podcast," and they'll say, "What do you do?" Kind of in a way that's around, "What do you do? Like, are you like Alex Jones but like gay?" And I'm like, "Oh no, um, I am literally just sitting here talking out loud into a microphone. That's what I do." And not everyone is fit to do that. I think a lot of people can't literally sit and talk to a microphone and look at nothing, like look at a wall for the amount of time a podcast is and just talk into the microphone and hope you don't say something wrong. I think that's a bit intense for a lot of people, and technically it should be for me, but since I did YouTube for a while, I'm kind of used to it. I think podcasting makes things easier to get back adjusted into the YouTube ways, I guess. I haven't really talked into microphones and cameras by myself in a long time, so doing this is a great way to prepare myself for returning to YouTube when and if I do. I think that that is a great way to get myself back into the flow without fully immersing myself into the unknown. So I think it helps me not fully get too stressed out about talking to the microphone again. And that is great for me. I've also started to notice my podcast is popping up on Google. I'm so special and quirky and unique. I know. I think I am pretty intrigued at the fact that I'm slowly building up a Google presence. Like, I'll have my journalism stuff, my website stuff, my podcast stuff, my TikToks, social media, and it all just shows up on Google so casually. And I know one day my dad's gonna be like, I wonder where my son is these days, and he's gonna like look up my shit. You know what? I tried not to curse this episode, but I flopped. Yeah, he's gonna be like, let's see where my son is today, and he's like, oh, he's gay and he's a podcaster. This is great. So I don't know how that's gonna look to him, but if he is listening to this and this is the only way he's ever heard my voice, I hope he knows that I'm calling you out, sir. I am putting you on the line, and you are being called out on a podcast. Yep, that's so true. Where is my child's pay, if that's what it's called? Child pay? No, I don't know what it's called. My dad is like a child, I think. I don't know, I haven't met the guy since I was like 2. Anyways, I'm gonna stop reflecting. I don't even know where that went. Basically, back to what I was saying. I also wanted to talk about why I like the name Gabe. You know, a lot of people say Gabriel for me. Sometimes they'll say Gabe, and I've preferred Gabe recently. Mostly because, and it's not because gay is in it. I know I've heard that like a million times, but mostly because Gabe is a bit more feminine sounding to me. Which I don't quite understand why, but to me, it comes off easier and a bit more of a, hey, Gabe, instead of like Gabriel. I was like, oh my gosh, Gabriel sounds so like demanding and intense and scary. And when I hear Gabe, I'm just like, I feel a bit more welcome to it. And I'm like, hey, Bazzy, how are we doing? Are we living our life, fulfilling our goals? You know, like, are we doing good here? But if somebody comes up to me and they're like, hey, Gabe, and I'm like, or they're like, hey, Gabriel, I'm like, what do you want? I get a bit nervous. So I like to go by Gabe, and I also go by he, they. So yeah, apparently people didn't know that. Apparently I'm very bad at explaining, or maybe not explaining, but describing that that's me, and that I do go by he, they. And I also wanted to mention that the Nevada sagebrush is undergoing maintenance right now, and I literally just found that out right now, mid-podcast. So that's great. All my articles, not there right now. Yay! Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Luckily, I'm trying to work on other projects right now, and I am so excited to share what they are. I hope I can get them out by the end of the year. I know the year has, 5 months left? But 5 months is not really that long when you think about it and put it in perspective. Especially for what I'm trying to do. Trying to do many projects and just throw them out eventually this year and hope that they're successful, even though I kind of know they won't be, but I'm still going to make them because I'm creative and quirky and unique and I love it, but I'm still going to do it anyways. So I'm going to release these projects, and I, of course, will tell you guys about it on the podcast when they come out. There's going to be new articles next month in August, which I'm excited about for the Sagebrush when the website's back up. There's going to be a new school year, so that means podcasting might get even more ADHD-like, and I'll be able to rant about school stuff, because we all want to hear about school, am I right? Yeah, I know. So, I think one of my favorite things about this podcast, and I hope you guys would agree, I don't know if you do, but I like that I am very down to earth and unedited. I listened to one of my episodes the other day, and I said the word like a lot, and I still do, but I kind of like that I kind of do enjoy that I keep this unedited, even though it sounds really weird, I guess, to some people, and unprofessional maybe. I think it sounds really realistic and not like I'm a robot. So I would enjoy more to keep this podcast more real and engaging and make me sound not the equivalent of a robot and more of a human. Because, surprise, I'm a human. Oh man. Oh. I know, it's terrifying. I wished I was a robot because maybe then I would know where my life is going, but I don't. Yeah, I've been having a good week, as you can tell. I've been going around town. I've literally been doing the most crazy stuff. I've been waiting for my film negatives to come through, and a film negative is when you take film photos, as in like 35 millimeter photos. They have to get printed out and scanned, and I'm waiting for that in a laboratory, and it's taking quite a while, longer than I would hoped and thought for, which sucks, but I am holding high hopes that the results are good, especially because they're from the new camera, my camera being the Canon A1, which I got 2 weeks ago. I know it's an old guy. I'm not sure the year it was originated and made in, but it was made in Japan, I'll say that. It was made not that long ago, I don't think. Well, it was made a long time ago, but not like ancient times. It is from 1978 to 1985. That's right, besties. It's pretty old, okay, but it's not like 1950s over here, World War II looking ancient. So I've been going around shooting photos with it, and I can't say I love the results yet because I haven't seen them yet, because they have not been sent to me yet. I do love using the camera, though. It is gorgeous. That's another thing. I think I enjoy film photography more than I love digital. Not only because digital photos cannot be... Well, digital photos can be copied again, I assume. I mean, recreated. They could be recreated. Of course, no photo is ever going to be the exact same, no matter how hard you try to do. No photo will ever be the same. But when it comes to digital, I think it's easier to recreate a photo that looks very, very much equivalent than it is to film. Because with film, you have to worry about grain and lighting and so many other aspects. Not that you don't with digital. But with film, you have to worry about it extra hard because you don't know what the product looks like until after it's processed. And so my photos could look totally bad. They could be full black screens for all I know, and empty cartridges, and that would be what I have to deal with. And I'd have to deal with that and be okay with that. Or there might be a light leak, and honestly, sometimes the light leak photos look really good, and sometimes they look like trash. It's a big difference. And even though it's a big difference, I kind of get adjusted to it and used to it, and I try to find my way around it. And I settle with the things that are less, because the things that make them imperfect are the things that make them perfect, if you know what I mean. So that's good. Secondly, that this is not counted. I'm lying. Secondly, I say secondly, as if we're not like 14 minutes into this episode. Next, I wanted to talk about TikTok and how the fact TikTok is really weird, because I'll upload a video and I'm like so proud of it, and I'll say, this is the video. This video is gonna pop off. I'm gonna do great on this one, and I'll post it. and then it doesn't go anywhere, and then I'll post some random video, and then that one gets traction. It makes no sense. I feel like one day I'm gonna post a TikTok and I'll wake up in the morning and I'll have 5,000 new followers or something like that, and it's gonna be pretty intense, and I'm gonna have to deal with that. So any day that's gonna happen, I'm waiting. TikTok, TikTok, just do it already, baby. I'm ready. I'm waiting for you. I'm ready to get TikTok famous, baby. Oh, it sounds so basic and quirky and unique. That's totally not anybody else's dream. Not at all. What? That being a dream, being TikTok famous? What? I think at least I know what to expect by saying I want to be TikTok famous, or like famous on the internet, influencer like, because I kind of have reasonable expectations and know that you don't just miraculously make money like how everyone assumes. They assume every single artist like makes a ton of money and is infinitely rich, and it's not true. Celebrity does not always equal rich. And in matter of fact, I also support artists as much as I can when it comes to how I stream music and how I watch podcasts, how I buy books, things like that. I try to buy them from sources that don't take a lot of the percentages, and I think that's something everybody should look into, no matter what service you use. Every service is different with how they pay and contracts, things like that. So I highly recommend you guys read into that. When it comes to the podcast, I do not get paid for the podcast yet. I don't think. I'm pretty sure I don't. If I am getting paid for this, I don't know how. I'm going to wake up from the tooth fairy, maybe. But I do the podcast for me to talk into the microphone for fun and make something. I think having this and talking into the microphone is a way for me to be artistic. Some people pull out a pen and paper and they're like, I'm going to draw a little dinosaur or whatever. Me, I talk into a expensive microphone that I can never pay back and upload it for the whole world to hear, and they will never let it go. So that's great and lovely. I got my new Converse shoes, which is funny because of the podcast title. Anyways, they were custom made, and my friend actually bought them for me for my birthday. They sent me the money for it, and I got them, and I'm so happy because they aren't like making my ankles bleed out like my other new shoes have been, which suck because I have to buy moleskin, and I just recently found out what that was. I'm sorry, I didn't know what moleskin was, and so I found out what it was, and I bought it, and I put it on some Vans of mine, and I started walking, and it felt a lot better than without. It didn't feel like my ankles were gonna snap off. So I am a fan of moleskin. I do approve of moleskin. But with these Converse shoes, I don't need moleskin. They fit perfectly. The only thing that sucks is tying them because it takes time and energy, and as we all know, I do have ADHD and it's easy for me to forget things. So I have to make sure I take my Adderall before I tie my shoes, because if I don't, I won't remember to tie my shoes. Isn't that just so funny? This is the point where you're supposed to laugh. Like, give a ha-ha right now. I'm still waiting. Okay, I think you might have done it. I hope. If you didn't do it, we're about to have an issue. Just saying. Oh, I'm sorry, I know that was like really jerky. I am really wanting to make a shelf in my room of things I've made. And one of them would be the newspaper article that I wrote that's in the newspaper. I want to have that on the shelf. Some of my upcoming projects I want to have on the shelf. And honestly, I think it will look good over time. Am I going to look at the shelf in the future and be like, man, why didn't any of this earn me any money? It's be like, oh, because you suck and you have no popularity. And then it's going to be like, you know what? You got a point, but look at what I made, okay? It's kind of like that idea of drawing out giant pieces of art and putting them around your wall. Like, yeah, maybe I didn't sell these pieces of art, but they exist and I'm an artist still, and it's still cool. And everyone around me just goes, yeah, you go, Gabe. Anyways, get back to your Subway job. So, um, you know, it's gonna be interesting. So, yeah, I want to move, but I can't, and I probably won't anytime soon, which is so great for me. I've wanted to move for years now. I am so tired of the city I'm in, and I want to move to LA or New York. And I know LA is not the best city in the world, and I know it's very much overhyped. But man, when I tell you guys the gay community in my city sucks, I mean, it sucks really badly. It's awful, guys. The gay community here sucks bad. B with a capital AD. That I don't know what I just said, but it sucks here, and I'm tired of it. I'm exhausted. I am tired of the gay pool here in this town, man. I've either seen them on Grindr, and they are old men, or literally there's the bathhouse, which is filled with the same old men. So it's going great for me, you know? I love being in a desert town with cactus looking men, you know, drier as ever. They don't even know what moisturizer is. Like, their moisturizer is the equivalent of one squirt of hemp's lotion, and they just like call it a day. So I am quite scared that I'm going to be trapped here forever. This town is growing, which is good, but by the time it grows to the point I want it to be, by the time it grows to where I want it to be, it's probably the time I'm going to end up moving out. And when it grows to the point I want it to be, it's going to be to the point I wanted it to be like 10 years ago. So call that what you want to. I also think it's extremely hard to meet gay people online. I don't know how you guys are doing it. Some of my friends will say, oh, I met him on Discord, or oh, I met him playing video games, and I'm just curious, how did you do that? Like, were you just playing Call of Duty and you're like, oh yeah, whip out that Glock, baby, and like show me your moves, and you're like, you just like fell in love? How do you go on like dates? Do you guys have like Call of Duty 1v1 dates and things like that? I don't know, I'm just curious. I've never had a relationship that was online before, and I don't think I could. I'm definitely a person who enjoys quality time with somebody else. I enjoy being with somebody else and like cuddling and enjoying all the love stuff, which I know is probably making you gag. And don't worry, I don't have it right now, so don't call it PDA or anything like that, because I'm not displaying any affection, because I don't got any, okay? I don't got any affection to share. That said, I am not looking for love. Hey, we did it, guys. We did it. We've scared Gabe away from love. He is no longer looking for love. Instead, he's just looking for gay friends. I know, it's so crazy. You mean Gabe is just trying to work on projects and enjoy his life and not get emotionally terrorized by men? What? Who would have seen that coming? Not me, that's for sure. Yeah, I for sure did not see that coming. I, for the longest time, just wanted a man, and I just wanted to settle, and I still kind of do want to settle, but nobody around me, especially at my age, wants to settle. Everybody just wants to date and break up like 3 weeks later and call it a day. So I'm not really into that, mostly because of my mental illnesses and not wanting to dive deep into a relationship that's gonna emotionally disturb me for the next few years. That probably would like be a good idea. So I am stepping away from dating, and if a guy comes up and he says, you know, Gabe, you're the cutest man I've ever seen. Your little blonde hair on the top is so fluffy, and I want to just devour it and shake it up like a Polaroid. Don't shake Polaroids, that snaps them. That's a tip. And if somebody did that, though, I would consider, and I would probably say maybe. Maybe. Maybe no. Maybe yes. I don't know. Give it some time. I'm at that point in my life where I feel when my guy eventually in the future like proposes to me, he says, "Gabe, will you marry me?" or something along those lines. I'm gonna sit back and think and be like, maybe no. I don't think so. Like, yes, I want to marry you, but I'm kind of scared because what if you ruin my life? What if you take my life and tear it to shreds and I can't do anything except watch it burn in front of me? So I might say no. I think that's another worry when I have kids is what if I get kids with the wrong person? And then I'm just stuck with these kids. Their dad hates me and is the the worst person in my life, and it's just not good. So yeah, I would date and I would take those risks, but right now, girl, I need to find a way out of this city. I need to find a way to finish college. I need to finish my projects. I need to make me some money in case I didn't say that yet. I'm in my Mr. Krabs era. Okay, I'm like over here trying to get every little scrap. I'll see like a dime on the ground. I'm like a rat. I'm like just like trying to get my pennies and dimes and nickels and adding them to my piggy bank. Not really. I'm just kidding. But that said, I am just trying my best to make it through life, and making it through life is hard, as we all know, because life is something that makes no sense. You could literally be the smartest person in the world, and unless Billie Jean Bob comes into the restaurant at the same time as you won't even get a job opportunity. And it's so strange, and it's so crazy how it works. Some of my coworkers in the past have said I wasn't a minority enough to be proud of what I've accomplished. So I'm so quirky, I'm totally not a minority, or totally not at risk for discrimination or anything. I am definitely a straight white man making it through life. I am the straightest white guy you'll ever meet. So that said, I feel like a bug just flew. Oh my god, there's a moth. You guys, there's a moth. What am I supposed to do? Wait. Oh gosh. I'm gonna try to kill it. Wait. It's on my monitor. Hold on. Oh god. Oh! I missed it. It's on. Wait. Oh my god. I don't know where it went. It's huge. Oh my gosh. You guys, I'm not built for this. Oh no. Oh, it touched my leg. Oh no. How do I kill a moth? Oh, it's giving me chills just thinking about that little thing flying around my house or my apartment for the rest of the night. I'm gonna have to open my door. That's a good idea, Gabe. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys. I was not expecting that. It scared me, as you can tell. I hope that bastard stays away from my stuff, because I will be so mad if I see him again. My god. I'm kind of scared, like, genuinely. Like, I hope he dies. Go run into, like, light or something, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Stay away from me. I am the darkest thing in the room, so stay away from me, you little moth. It might fly toward me, and I'm not in the mood. Okay, well, shit. That moth was scary, and if I see him again, it will be hell raining on him. Or her. Or them. Yeah. I hope you guys like my sense of humor. Sometimes I don't even like it, it's whatever, Anyways, we're running out of time. It was nice to see you guys this week. I'll see you guys next week, I think. I might potentially not have anything to say next week, so I might take another week. But I will see you soon. And my social medias, you guys know it. Twitter is DinoK0618, and that's my Instagram as well. Snapchat is DinoKSnaps. My website is gabekanai.com. I know, it's so cool. I made it and it looks great. I've made it in life. Not really. But yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Take care, stay safe, and take care of yourself. Bye.